Hello, everyone. This is Raj from Crypto Passive. Today, I have the founder, Tim Bennett of Zeus Bounty. Welcome to Crypto Passive.
Thank you. It's Tim Bentley, by the way.
Tim Bentley, yes. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
So, Tim, I'm glad you're here with us. Can you tell me a little bit about how you started Zeus Bounty and what your vision is?
Yeah, I basically started Zeus's Bounty because I had just brought in 10 people into a Ponzi scheme, into a DeFi smart contract that was really well concealed. And then after I did it and there was like no action going on inside and I was figuring out what was going on, I realized it was a lot like the other programs that I had been in. It was just a lot better disguised. So then I decided to take their code and send it to a couple third-party auditors. And they came back and they identified the backdoor in the program. So I went back and I grabbed as much code as I could from other programs that I had been in and similar programs. And sure enough, we found backdoors in all of them. Really cleverly disguised backdoors. So I knew that what I had just brought everybody into was eventually just going to be pulled out from underneath them. And it sucked anyway. I mean, at the end of the day. So I went to task on, well, what would I want from this program, right? To make this better. Like it's sitting here, it's not doing anything. People are being sold on something that isn't true. What would need to happen inside of this platform in order for some of the things that were being promoted to actually maybe have some truth to it? Like, you could just put money in here and be passive and you never have to do anything, right? There's definitely aspects of that inside of Zeus's Bounty. And we put in a lot of other things too. So I went to task on it to fix it because it was really, really broken. It was a great concept, but it was just broken. So luckily I'm surrounded by really smart people, people smarter than me that can support my ideas and listen to me and tell me if I'm just being crazy or if it actually makes sense. And my son is a data engineer and a full stack software developer. And I had him develop a program for me where I could play with all the numbers, the amount of upline, downline, family tree, the amount of percentages, and I could run calculations to find out just how much a platform like that could give away and give back and still be sustainable. And then I came up with a really great program.
That's great. And can you tell me a little bit about your team? You said you've got your son doing this, the coding and stuff. So can you tell me a little bit about the team at Zeus Bounty?
Yeah, right now my son's not really doing any of the coding. He's busy. He's a government contractor, and he's just more of an advisor for me. And he built the workspace for me to run these calculations in to make sure that the company was sustainable, and it is. Like, we ran it all the way up to 10 million users, and it's completely stable and beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, Raj, when it comes down to it. And then I have a couple of different teams that I work with. I have my team here in Texas that I work with, and then I do work with a development team in India, and then another development team out of Canada. And what I'm actually doing is I'm having my code developed by two separate companies. They're both building an iteration of Zeus's Bounty, because I have 200 founding members at this point, or real close to it, 175 or 180. And they are super excited, super motivated. They absolutely love what they've seen so far with Zeus's Bounty. And there's no way I can let them down. So I had already bought and paid for the code to start being developed before I launched my founders program. But then after it started filling up, and I saw the level of seriousness from everybody, I decided, well, I can't just rely on one company. What if they deliver me a bad project, right? Maybe I don't like the UI. Maybe the code isn't calculating right. So I went out and I hired a second development team out of Canada. And they're also building an iteration of Zeus's Bounty for me. And at the end of the day, I'm going to choose whichever application is best, what looks best, has the most functionality for what I want. Because quite honestly, nobody's ever written a code like this. I've had to do multiple Zoom meetings, multiple breakdowns, of my plan in Word docs to explain exactly how you can do this and this at the same time,
Right.
because it's never been written before. So everything is completely custom. Anybody can make a fork of a cheesy little DeFi smart contract for $1,000 or $700, right? And just duplicate it and then go out and continue to rip people off. But if you want to build something really custom and something really unique, the time frame goes up, the cost tag goes up, and I just needed some insurance. So working with 2 dev teams, building my DApp, and another team in Texas that's actually going to be building out my funnel and my members area for when we actually launch Zeus's Bounty.
Great. And what makes Zeus Bounty unique? You know, as you know, there's so many platforms that are based on the Binance Smart Chain and so forth.
Yeah.
So, what is it that makes Zeus Bounty so? I mean, I know I've been through the presentation. And it's pretty exciting, you know.
Yeah.
But I want you to explain to our audience what makes it so unique.
Okay. So one of the things that makes it unique is our code. And the way we've coded it is to never run away with the money. So every program out there, you know, it collapses. They have an exit scam. And people are promoting like these immutable smart contracts that can't be changed. But yeah, you're right, they can't be changed. But if they're coded from the beginning to have a back door that's cleverly hidden for you to drain the contributions wallet at the end of it,
they call
like,
it
so what if it's immutable, right? So what? So most companies take and take and take. So Zeus's Bounty doesn't do that. And what we do take, we give most of it back. So when you make a deposit or a contribution into Zeus's Bounty, it's either like 0.1 BNB, 0.5, 1, 5 BNB, or 10 BNB. When you do that, 100% of that BNB is spread out between your up and your down line that you get automatically, and then your family tree. The only time that Zeus's Bounty is going to take a commission or a profit is when you click the withdraw button. There's 7% when you withdraw, but we give back 4% of that to the community at large of Zeus's Bounty through 5 different airdrops, right? We're dropping BNB constantly throughout the community for our founding members, for our co-founders, for top recruiters for the week, people who start at 1 BNB. Everybody who starts gets an airdrop. Everybody who starts that week is going to get a little something extra in their Zeus's Bounty wallet just for starting. Okay, so, and then if you choose to, there's a button upon withdrawal that you can go from 7% to 8%, and that additional 1% is going to go towards charity. And when you click that button, and I hope everybody clicks that button, nobody's going to be looking over your shoulder when you're sitting in your bathroom, in your bathrobe, and you're clicking your withdrawal button on Zeus. Only you know if you click that charity button. And when you click it, Zeus is going to match another 1% to charity. Okay, so we've gone from 7%, yeah, that's this many, down to 2%. Okay, 2% is what Zeus is taking, and that's just enough money to keep the servers running, to keep it protected from attacks, and to make sure that everybody always has an up and running functional DApp that they can be taking their BNB out of. And then on top of that, once Zeus reaches critical support levels, we start giving away BNB to the community at random. And this money is the money that would normally be taken by program creators. So for those that aren't familiar with this type of program or network marketing or compensation plans, there's a term called breakage. Breakage is hidden money for a company. You don't see it, you don't know it's there. Companies can tout, we give 90% back to the field, to our sales reps, to our community, but there's breakage hidden in their plan, which is money that they don't pay out. Zeus's Bounty has breakage, right? It's there in every company. It's the only way you can build a really great, powerful compensation plan. But most companies take that breakage. Most creators of programs of anything on Bitcoin or smart contracts or any of these programs, they take that breakage. That's their money when the program collapses. When people realize it's crap, they don't come anymore. They execute a code and they take all that money. We're coded to where we give all that money back. So this is the money collected on the Zeus's Bounty platform. This is the money that's paid out. What's in between is the breakage. Okay, when the company dies, the creator takes it. When the very last person comes into Zeus's Bounty in 2073, I think it's in June, this will start going like this. And the money that's given back to the community will eventually match all the money that's come into the platform until every single decimal point of BNB has been given back to the community. And that's what makes Zeus's Bounty really unique. Just the Zeus's Bounty platform, the BNB game part of it, that's what makes that code unique, is all of that giving back, the raising for charity, and then making sure that we give back everything that's ever been put onto the platform back to the members instead of running with it. Because Zeus, me, the creator, I'm going to make my money in Zeus's Bounty, right? And I'm going to make plenty of money in Zeus's Bounty that I don't need to take everybody's damn money at the end of the program and run with it.
Right.
Nobody should do that. It's unethical. It's not cool. And outside of that,
yeah.
Unless you want to say something, Raj.
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Outside of that, the value that we're going to be creating for members outside of the Zeus's Bounty platform, the game, we're going to have something called Zeus's Academy or Zeus's Pantheon or something. I don't know what it's going to be called yet. But this over here is going to be so valuable to people that it's going to be worth way more money than anything they could ever put into Zeus's Bounty. Because you can only put 10 BNB into Zeus's Bounty. And today, that's like $4,500, right? So you're going to max that out. But when you go into your members area, you're going to find more than $4,500 worth of value. You're going to find it in trainings and softwares. And that's just at the beginning. What I'm going to build out, Raj, is the ultimate one-stop shop for internet marketers. Everybody's out there spending all this money on page builders and email platforms and SMS marketing and all of these different platforms that are costing them hundreds per month. We're going to build out a world-class funnel builder, email system, SMS marketing system, world-class training, everything. And we're going to give it to our Zeus's Bounty members for free. You can pay the monthly fee for the platform if you want, which will be probably $99 a month, or you could pay into Zeus's Bounty, the game, with BNB one time and have lifetime access. So we're going to create the kind of long-term sustainable growth that none of these other programs have, because all they have is a money game. And the money game always dies. So we're going to have so much more than a money game. First, the money game is going to be fair and tilted towards the members and not the creator. And then secondly, we're going to create massive value outside of that people are just going to love. And it's just going to be like really fair. It's about time the tables are flipped, right? You pay $97 a month for this subscription, $47 a month for this subscription, right? And you're just paying and paying and paying to use their services. Well, you could flip that script, right? You could pay, you support the entire community, and then the money generated from that community pays for all the tools that everybody's using. And it just seems like more of a symbiotic type of relationship with the user and the company.
I was just coming to the next question, which was, how do you sustain this for the long term? And, the question was, people contributing to the platform, they need some confidence knowing that it's going to be there for the long term, because as you know, most of these platforms, they just come and then they go, and they all have shelf lives. They either are there for a month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, stretching it a bit, 2 years, I don't know. And by the time 2 years rolls around, they're gone.
Yeah, they are gone because the platforms are broken and it was only meant to drain money from people's pockets. It was never meant to put money into people's pockets. Only the one person, and then some early adapters, right? They're going to get the money too.
Right.
But those programs are never designed to put money in your pocket or my pocket. Somebody that comes in as member 15,800, it's just, that's
Yeah.
not the way they're designed.
Yeah.
And with what we're doing with all the airdrops, our program is so unique. A lot of these people, they get into these programs and they lose the excitement. They don't ever go back. The Zeus's Bounty code has compression in it. So we have a little checkbox in there that you're going to need to check in like once a week just to let us know you're active. And when you do that for the month, you're actually going to be qualified for an airdrop, a free BNB. We're going to give you money just for opening up your wallet to see if we're going to give you money, right? But people who don't do that for 3 weeks in a row, they're going to be moved out of the global money line. Their accounts are going to be set aside, and then everybody is going to compress up. So everybody's going to be active and have active people around them, which just creates a better experience and more money for everybody.
And the thing is that in itself is very unique in the sense that no other platform does that, because most people, they'll just come in there, they put it, and they don't even check it for like 4 or 5 months later, you know. So, and then there's no activity. And when there's no activity, it kind of dies there. And you'll have like, maybe 50,000 members, out of which maybe only 100 are active,
Yeah. Who cares if you have 10 people in your upline and 10 people in your downline and you make 2.5% every time they click the withdrawal button, but they never come back and click the withdrawal button. Right. Even if they have enough money in there to do so, they just don't. I think they were told you don't ever have to come back. Come back in a year, you're going to be rich. I don't know what they were told.
Now, you also have something called a forced withdrawal, right? When you reach a certain point, is that correct?
Yeah, it's called a recontribution. Right. So the ultimate goal of Zeus's Bounty is to be taking as much money off the platform as you can, as much BNB as you can. And we have automatic recontributions. In order to keep the platform alive and sustainable, you always have to be recontributing to the platform to increase your amount of contribution level. And then once you get to 10 BNB in there, you're able to take out 70% of everything that ends up in your wallet and only recontribute 30%.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are your future plans for Zeus Bounty? I mean, what do you see going ahead? And,
Yeah, honestly, what I see going ahead is having really probably the most successful DeFi smart contract app that's ever been created to date. And there's been some pretty successful ones, at least for the creators. And that's because of our outside value that we're going to be giving members. The DApp alone is going to be good and it can live for a while.
Right.
But when you add something that's more tangible to it, and then you tie the two together, that just creates long-term sustainability. And at the end of the day, I think that you and I both know, Raj, that like these wallets that you use, SafePal and Trust and MetaMask, that's like the doorway to the underbelly of the crypto world, right? There's money laying all over the place inside there, and all these cool different programs and platforms and coins and gaming cryptos and all kinds of cool stuff. And what I really want to do, Raj, is take the community on this journey of learning exactly what they can do inside of their wallets, outside of Zeus's Bounty, right? You're going to make a lot of money in Zeus's Bounty, but then what are you going to do with it, right? Maybe you want to learn about a cool staking platform or, some coins that might take off and have 1,000x gains on them. And we want to provide really good, solid education for our members on making smart choices and putting your money in wise places to make your money work for you. And then if we do that for a long enough period of time, we're really going to bring a lot of people along and out of the doldrums and out of the brokenness and out of the broken programs that just take money from their pockets and bring them into a world where they can finally say, oh, wow, I didn't even realize the person down the road from me was broken too and needed help because I was so busy taking care of myself.
Yeah.
Now I can go and help that person.
No,
And that's ultimately what Zeus is about. Zeus was written for the people. It was written by the people for the people, really. It's the people's contract.
yeah.
If somebody went into a program and decided what they wanted in it and they wrote it all down, they'd come up with something like Zeus's Bounty.
Right. Now, I noticed that when I first hooked up with you guys, the uniqueness in the fact that you have this founder program, this co-founder program, which is really, really giving an opportunity for people to be in the front of, Zeus, be in there in the beginning. And to me, that is something that I've never seen of any other platforms. And I know the first 100 sold out very quickly, the founder program. And now you have something called the co-founder program, which is going to take up to 200 people. Can you give me or give us the a breakdown of how that works for the audience?
Sure. So like you said, our founder program sold out in 6 days. It was $199. And basically what you got is 1/100th, you got one share of 14% of the company's profits. I mentioned that withdrawal button, we take 7%. One of those percentage points is going to be split up 100 ways and shared with the founders in real time every time somebody clicks a withdrawal button. So it's not one of those bonuses you got to wait to the end of the month for. It's going to happen all day long, every day as people are clicking withdraw. You're going to be getting little bits of BNB into your wallet. The co-founder program is $299, and you get your share of 7% of the company's profits. It's a smaller pool and it's a higher price, but it's still extreme value, because what I expect just from those bonuses alone for like the founders, like they paid $199, they should make 100, 200, 400, 500 times their money over the life of this program just from the founders bonus pool. And the co-founders are going to make, half that, which is still a lot of money for $299.
Sure.
But that's not even the real value of being a founder, Raj. The real value of being a founder is being around people like you, right? And people like that have big teams. And we have a lot of people that have big teams, thousands and thousands of people, and they're going to be bringing them into Zeus's Bounty. And if they're around you, you're going to be affected by that, because in Zeus's Bounty, you have an upline and a downline that you make 2.5% off of. And these aren't people that you brought in. These are people that we gave you, right? We just gave you these people. It's our global straight line. So if any of those 10 people around you are a major player, I call them major players. And let's say they're pulling off 10 BNB a day off the platform. Okay, that's what the major players are going to be doing, that or better. When they do that, you're going to get 2.5% of that BNB. That one action alone from one major player being in your up and down line is going to give you 7 to 8 BNB a month, which is like $4 grand right now, right? That'd be for like $3,500 to $4,000. But then that's not the only action, because everybody around you is also going to be getting 8 BNB, and they're going to be clicking withdrawal, and you're going to be earning 2.5% off of that. So it's like just this cyclical thing, this cascading effect that happens with inside Zeus's Bounty. When somebody clicks withdrawal, it just affects everybody's wallet around them. So being a founder or a co-founder is much more special than just the bonus pool that we're giving you. I mean, that's a lot of our profits, right? That's 1.5% just for these 200 people. That's almost as much as Zeus is keeping to keep the platform alive. We're just giving it away to the original founders. These are our partners. And quite frankly, they're our launch partners. So a lot of the platforms don't achieve success, number one, because they suck. They're written from the owner's perspective that just wants to line their pockets with money. But number two, they don't know how to launch anything. So we're going to have the most incredible launch of a DeFi smart contract app that anybody's ever seen, because my 200 founders are super motivated, right? They are so excited about the opportunity that stands before them today that they are like beside themselves. That you should see some of the messages and the emails that I get from some of my founders talking about the gratitude that they have for being where they're at, because they know that their lives are getting ready to change, and they are getting ready to change. I've launched programs in the past that have gone viral with far less founders. So we have 200, and they're super excited about what we have here. And then I'm going to open up the new funnel system, the new members area on the 10th of October. I'm going to give everybody 3 weeks to go out and preload.
10th of November.
Everybody getting ready.
10th of November.
The 10th of November, the new funnel will be built. The members area will be built. You're going to be able to have a shareable link to get people pre-enrolled and ready for Zeus. And when you have 200 people out there doing that, I fully expect to have 1,000 to 2,000 people on launch day into our platform.
So you have only a limited space left now for the co-founders, about 25 or 30?
Yeah, I got about 25 spots right now left.
Spots left, yeah. I mean, that's going to fill up fast. I mean, it's, you know, it already went. I mean, yesterday it was at 60, right? Like already.
Yeah,
so.
I think there was like 40 left yesterday or something like that. And it's just moving so fast. And the cool thing is, Raj, is when I look back there, the last 12 people that have come in have been brought in by somebody else, right? And everybody that's bringing those people in is earning $100 commissions for bringing in a founder,
Sure.
right? So we haven't even launched yet, and some of these founders and co-founders are already making money from Zeus,
Right.
because they're getting paid a really nice commission for it.
Yeah. So once, so people who are not co-founders, now when they start referring people, what kind of percentages would they get?
Well, they'll get the same percentages as everybody else inside the platform.
Right.
2.5% from everybody in their upline and downline for every action they take. And then when they build their family tree, they're going to get 20% of anybody that they personally refer when they make their first contribution, every time they click withdrawal, everything that they do on the platform. And we thought the 2.5% was powerful. Man, when you start getting those 20%ers, man, that is huge. And then
that's one of the biggest that I've seen, because most of them are, I mean, I've seen them at between 5 and maximum 15. I've never seen anything going to 20.
Yeah, and our second level is 10. So anybody that you refer somebody, you get 10%. Our third level is 5, and we go all the way down 10 levels. So you can earn from 10 levels deep, and anybody that's in the first few thousand, like, is going to be just completely amazed at what happens. Because when you're in a program this early, especially a program this generous and this strong, you stand to make a really nice financial windfall. Of course, this is all speculation, right? Because we haven't launched yet.
Right.
So.
Right. But going from, you know, from your group and everything, I mean, I can see so many people are so excited, you know, getting, you know, just pumped to get more and more people in. So I'm pretty sure by the time the launch starts, now the launch date you have slated for is December 1st. Is that correct?
Yeah, December 1st is when the platform will go live.
Right. So during that time, will it be possible for users to start bringing referrals in, or is that going to be some kind of like a sleep period until the 1st of December?
Yeah, it's basically going to be like 3 weeks of preloading. You're going to have your affiliate page that you can use. It's going to be a beautiful funnel. You're going to be able to share your link. People are going to be able to come in, learn about Zeus, sign up to be an affiliate, and then get access to the members area and basically be ready to go for launch day.
So are they able to refer other people and bring them to their own members area as well?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So at least it'll give them an opportunity, you know, before the main launch.
Yeah, it will. And you know what, when you launch a program like this and you do it the way that we've done it, this was completely grassroots. Like, I started 14 days ago with a group of 10 people that I sent an email to say, I'm going to have a meeting. You're personally invited. Please don't share this with anybody. And I had 23 people show up. And, you know, most of them didn't know what I was talking about, but they knew me. And they're like, I'm in, like, this sounds cool. And then it just happened. It was a snowball effect. And then 6 days later, boom, 100 spots gone. So, and that's not like why they're so excited. I created this because I wanted to change the lives of the people that I love, right? I wanted to change my friends' lives. I wanted to change their friends' lives, people that they know. Who do you know that really needs help, right? Like, let's change their lives.
Right.
And that's what we're going to do. We're going to change their lives.
That's great. So we're gonna just wrap this up now. Is there anything else that you'd like to share for our audience? Anything before we wrap this up?
You know, if anything that I can say that I'm sorry for all the bullshit that everybody's been through and all these horrible programs and greedy freaking people out there. And maybe we can make a program that other programs in the future will have to emulate, because they won't be able to get away with stealing from people anymore, because they know that there's more ethical programs out there. And why get involved with a shady program when you can get involved with an honest and upfront program that you can feel good about sharing with your mom or your neighbor or somebody that you love, instead of like hiding in a closet and you don't want to tell anybody about it because you know that you just got burned.
Yeah, exactly.
So really, that's it. We're a very open and honest and trusting community. We share everything. There are no secrets here.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Tim, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking the time to come and do this interview with me, and I'll put this up on my channel as well. And I hope everyone gets a chance to see this interview and see how genuine you are. So, you know, because at the end of the day, you know, like you said, you know, there's so many skeptics out there. So, and I wish you all the best, great success to Zeus Bounty.
Thank you, Raj. I appreciate it.
All right, take care.
You too.